Okay, welcome back, Hardsuit. We last left our heroes journeying into the forest towards Greenman Village, where they were uh, violently attacked by some strange creatures, particularly a dark, shadowy figure and a creature that looks like a bird, but the players don't know anything about this. And essentially, there was a kerfuffle, and the creature was able to use its wand and blast the back of the car by accident, thanks to some crafty shooting and intimidating and face punching. And behind it was revealed that we have one of our players. So I'm going to drop them into the scene now. There is Red Hand. All right.
Yep. Hand checks out.
Mm-hmm. So starting with Red Hand, I think this is probably appropriate since you are just waking up sleepy-eyed. You only know a few things. You were stuck in this chamber, you couldn't quite get out, and you saw the number 3 on the inside of this thing and the term Red Hand. And you look at your actual hands are covered in red spider-like tattoos. What do you do as the scene unfolds in front of you?
All right, I'm going to kind of sit up in the capsule I'm looking at and look around at the people around me. So we've got a beefy-looking elf and a dwarf, and the Torton is somewhere else, right?
Yes.
Behind the
You wouldn't see
trees.
them from your current vantage point. You would not see them.
All right, so I'm just going to kind of look around and try to get my bearings in this new situation. Try to figure out what's going on here and who's who.
Sure. And
Yeah,
as soon as
sure.
you didn't get your flash in your mind yet, correct? That did not happen for you. So
No.
as you are waking up and you're basically coming out of this stasis and you're looking around, you see all these different characters in front of you. Some sort of recognition immediately happens. And the first thing you see is a flash in your mind, and you see essentially a vast scene of cosmic gas and wheels turning, and everything is revealing some kind of baffling object of strange geometry that's unfolding and refolding, and you cannot comprehend how this thing is moving, or the distance. Are you getting closer? Are you further away? But there's something about this object that is extremely important to you. And just like that, it's immediately gone. This image is burned into your brain. And as you look down, you essentially have a strange feeling in your hands. And this is, you have the sensation of the last thing you remember. Essentially, it was hitting the ground hard and then nothing, just completely blacked out. So you went from being awake, hitting the ground, being knocked out, and now you're awake again. And that entire lapse of time has gone, and you don't know what's going on with this. So with that information, you wake up, and now you're sitting up looking at these different players, and you see them as you described. What would you like to do as your action?
I just want to climb out of the capsule and kind of stretch out a little bit and ask everybody what's happening, what's going on.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that I know them, right?
There's recognition here for sure,
I
but
just
you
don't
don't know their
know.
names. The faces are vaguely familiar. This is definitely a sort of amnesia that you have that
Right.
is really hard. But as you're kind of looking at them, there's definitely familiarity. You know the silhouettes at least. They are familiar.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just ask the other characters like who they are and what we're doing out on this road in the middle of the fog.
Now, as you're saying that, this creature here is stirring. So they were knocked on the ground. Ah! Ah! And they're reaching for their staff. But I believe, Voxnar, you're currently poised over this person, correct? You were threatening to blast them if they moved?
Yeah.
Okay. So as they are sort of doing that, they look up and they see your your pistol, your gun, pointed at their face, and they just kind of freeze and their eyes just dart around, wondering what to do next. So, Red Hand, you're asking, does anybody want to answer that
Yeah,
question?
I will say that I don't know for sure, but one thing is certain: we are war masters, including you. And this guy, I will look at that creature. This guy might have some answers. We also woke up in a similar stasis, and we are trying to find out who we are and what's going on.
Okay.
And I will look at the guy under me, and I guess I will start asking questions.
Yeah, when you mentioned that he would know things, he just goes, I don't know anything. I know nothing. And you, as he says that, he immediately reaches down in his boot and pulls out a dagger and tries to stab you with it. Red Hand, what do you
Oh
do?
my god.
What do you do as he tries to stab Vashnar?
I'm gonna try to hit him. Just
Okay.
take the knife out of his hand.
Okay, so you want to use your... How do you want to do that? Give me how you would do the action with what stat?
I just want to. He's trying to grab a knife.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to be
So I
fast
wanna
about it? Do you
basically-
want to just overpower him? Would you like to do?
I want to crush his wrist with my foot.
Ooh,
Mm,
that's fucking dope. Yeah,
Looks like that's it.
you do
Looks
it.
like that's a crushed.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you crush you crush him real good. So give yourself +1 strength for that.
All right.
And that's how it works in hard suit, is we are figuring out our abilities as you guys take your actions. So yes, you crushed his hand, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do it, and yeah, you crush it, and you can hear the bones cracking. But strange thing is, when you crush down on his hand, there is immediately he's got these boils and sort of scars on his dark-colored hands, and when you squish on them, they sort of pop, and this green liquid sort of shoots everywhere, and the stench is horrendous. And he just squeals. Ah! All right.
That's disturbing.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we'll go around here. So I think the next in the line was, who was it? Was it you, Nagalio? It would be all the way down here, yeah? So Felix, I think it's your turn.
I'm further away, so I've not seen most of that happen.
You'll definitely hear it, though. You'll hear him screaming loudly. And you would have heard the gunshot or the blast as his magic staff essentially exploded.
If I look over, can I see that they've kind of got him under control?
I think so, from your vantage point. Well, you've got super eyes, so yeah, I think you would definitely be able to discern. He's hiding behind a cart, kind of, but you would see them kind of fussing over something, and it looks like, you know, their posture tells you, yeah, it's under control.
Okay, well, if their focus is on him, I want to go to where the person was that I no longer a person.
Yes.
See if there's either anything there, either anything there or anyone else.
Yep. So,
So just kind of clear the area.
yeah, and it's just a little hop, skip, and a jump for you. It's nothing difficult. You can just basically walk over there, and you want to sort of see what you see, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing you see, I mean, you vaporized this person, so you shot them out of the tree, turned them into just red mist. And when what's left, essentially, besides nothing on top of their shoulders, is just their leathers. They're wearing, they had a bow, a dagger, nothing that's really remarkable, but you could take those if you wanted to, just basic leathers and daggers. And the one thing you do see, though, is on the side of the neck, you see a tattoo. And this tattoo is kind of bizarre, and I had secretly showed it to you guys in Discord, and I'll describe it again. But basically, it's two little sort of hooks on the top, two hooks on the bottom, and almost like a diamond shape in the center. And you're not sure about it, but this person, the same thing, not that you would know this, but as you investigate, you can see the body is covered in what looks like mutations. The bones have been broken and sort of reset. There are little pustules all over the place. You can almost see that the veins themselves that are protruding from this body are writhing underneath of the surface. And they, again, have that horrible, horrible stench that's just kind of coming off the body. And this is maybe even before they were dead. There was just an odor to them. It's foul.
Can I, using the kind of leathers to protect my like skin-to-skin contact, can I take the dagger and cut off the neck tattoo?
Whoa. I mean, that's dark AF. But yes, you certainly can.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's roll to see how good you are at surgery of cutting. Because the knives that you have, this knife is not a sharp knife. It is a very dull, jaggedy thing. It almost looks like somebody found a piece of metal and just sort of worked at it to get it to sort of an edge. The arrows, on the other hand, that she was using, you do see the quiver there. And the quiver and the arrowheads themselves are made of a strange obsidian stone.
Oh, I'll take those as well then, if I can.
You can try. So, two things. First thing is, do you want to do the knife first, or do you want to try to take the arrows first?
I'll take the arrows first, so no one like runs in and tries to stab me with one.
Yes. So you're trying to get the arrows. Now, as you go to reach in there, I need you to roll me dex, please.
Okay.
Nice.
20.
Very good. Yes. So with that, you were able to quickly notice that these arrows, there is inside of the quiver itself, it is booby-trapped. And you're able to move your hand out just in time as these arrows come, and it's almost like a little small guillotine sort of snaps shut. And it cuts the ends of the arrow, the fletching is gone, but then it opens back up. So you can still see that in there are the arrow shafts themselves and, the tips on the way down. You want to try again?
Can I just shake the tips out?
Certainly could try. So yeah, so you turn it over, you'll give it a little tap, and you see they are like stuck. Some of them come out. Let's roll. Let's see how many are actually in the thing. So we're gonna roll a d8, and there were 5 arrows, and out of that, d6 for that. Let's see how many popped out. 1 fell loose. And you can see it like I described it. The obsidian tip hits the ground. It's very clear to you that this is not stone. And when you hold it up and look at it, you can almost see there is something inside of these obsidian tips that's sort of moving around and writhing inside of this itself. Like almost if you were to mix oil, water, the combination of these viscous liquids don't mesh.
Okay. Then I'll pocket that.
Okay.
Then I suppose my next turn will be cut off that tattoo. Then.
If you still want to keep trying it, sure, yeah. So you have that arrow. So give yourself, we will call it, it's a good name for that. Yeah, just call it Shadow Arrow. So right now you guys don't know anything other than that for these people. All right, good turn. And then we go to Vashnar. So you see that... Oh, the character disappeared. Where did he go?
Wait. Who's gone?
No, I'm just looking for the token. 1 second. Did I delete it by accident, or did Red Hand delete it? Oh, what a new one. So, Red Hand. Okay. Oh, there's 2 now. Oh, he went underneath the cart. I see. All right, we'll cut there. All right, Red Hand. So, when you come back, you see, I'm sorry, it was Vashnar's turn. So Vashnar.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
First of all, I will flick that magic
You're
stick.
muted.
Am I?
No, I can hear him.
Oh, I can't hear him at all.
Okay, try again, Vashnar. I can hear you. Go ahead. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I hear him.
I can hear him.
Okay, that's on me then.
Check your, you want to check your headsets? Make sure everything is
Well, I can hear you guys.
Oh god.
weird.
That's so weird.
That is weird. We can give it a second, or you can try to just disconnect and come back and see if that fixes anything. Did you
I can
accidentally?
also disconnect.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering. Did you right click on him by accident? And sometimes you might have hit a hotkey as well. There's like a mute hotkey for people that are.
No,
I can't.
he's not down as muted.
Yeah, just turn his volume up and turn it down and see if that changes anything for you. I'll pause it.
Again?
So Vashnar.
So yeah, the first thing I will do is that flick that magic stick of his with my feet
Okay.
towards red hand,
Sure.
and
You're kicking it away.
and I think I'm just kicking it away from his reach.
Okay, hold on. He's going to roll to see if he can not let you do that.
Oh,
Let's see. Yep, that D20. Come on. Oh yeah. Nope. His hand is too broken. His his ego bruised. Yeah. You kick. So you're just kicking it underneath the cart. Just kicking it away. You said.
I'm kicking it towards red hand.
Red hand is on top of the cart.
Oh yeah, towards the cart. Yeah, towards the cart.
So you're gonna kick it like with like a soccer ball, and you're gonna sort of see if you can kick the staff.
I mean, I will kick it towards the wheel and just look at red hands. Like, you know what to do. Just pick it up and keep it safe.
Okay.
Like that.
Interesting. So I think what's happening is you can grab it, but I think if you try to kick it, it's just going to go underneath the cart, or it's going to. That's a really hard thing to do, right? I would think to kick a staff so that it lands on top of a cart.
No, not on top of the cart, on the ground itself, but Red Hands is able to see it.
Oh, okay, like in front of them. Oh, like maybe over here or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, where you think it should go. Okay, so you're sliding the thing. Now, as you do that, and you kick this thing away from him, it goes off. It shoots. And again, it's going to be sort of a random direction where this thing goes. And we'll do like a clockwise here. So we'll do a D12, and it's clockwise facing my north. And I'll tell you where it goes. 10 o'clock. Yep. So it actually, as you kick this thing, it shoots you in the face. It's 10 o'clock from my position. Yeah. 10 o'clock. If this is noon, this is 10. I see Vashnar at 10. Would anybody disagree with that?
I mean, that looks about like 10. Maybe 10:30.
Why can't I kick a stick?
I mean, you decided to kick it. You could have picked it up. All right, so you kick this thing, it goes off, and it blasts you with magic damage.
Can't I use my dex or anything?
Yeah, it's gonna hit you for 8. Do you want to use dex to roll out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me target 12 dex. See if you can avoid it. You don't. It was meant to be. You get shot right in the face with a searing heat for 8 damage.
You don't roll for the damage?
No, you kicked it. It happened. You rolled it to it for it to recur, and then the damage I rolled the 8, and then that's what you get blasted for.
Nice. So yeah.
So you should be at 2. Yeah, you took quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no, it's just Mr. Friendly Fire.
I mean, he is. It checks out, right? I mean, he's tap dancing down the beach. He's kicking dangerous stabs everywhere. I mean, you can't make this.
I just wanted my hands free, but yeah, this reminds me, I still can do something, and
yeah. If you, I mean, go ahead. What do you want to do?
Honestly, and kids, please watch something else because I'm going to grab his broken wrist.
Oh.
Because now I'm also angry, and I will just say, let's make a deal. I have some questions, and you will give me some answers. And I guess this is torture now, but yeah.
And as you go, as you start talking to him about this make a deal thing, you could see him just kind of glancing over to that staff that just fired, and him thanking his lucky stars that didn't shoot him in the face. If it would have been an 11 o'clock position. And he's still kind of eyeballing, seeing if he can reach for it with his good hand. And he goes, "Oh yeah, oh we'll make deals, yes, deals." And he just keeps reaching.
I mean, I will just stomp on that hand.
Oh,
This is good.
on his other good hand.
It's like, yep, this is totally, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Sure.
yeah.
So roll target 12. What do you want to do? You want to roll strength on this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll give you another roll. As you get shot in the face. You don't get a strength bonus? No, you don't.
Plus,
I
yeah, you got plus
He-
2, but
he
he
put it in
misses.
yeah.
No, it's a miss.
I did put the.
So you
Yeah,
go,
that's a miss.
yeah, you go to stomp and he just puts his hand back in. Just thinks.
And I will be like, yeah, just answer some questions, and you will be free to go.
Okay. You go, oh, okay.
And
Good deal.
oh, nice. So my first question: where are you coming from?
And he goes, well, actually, and then he takes out of his coat pocket and he shoots a blow dart out of a wooden pipe and it hits Galileo straight in the neck. And when it does, you guys see Galileo just go, hey, oh, shit. And he just starts putting his hands up and his hands immediately start to turn to stone. And it works all the way down into his face. And you just see him in a kind of a frozen scream of terror as this takes effect. And then he looks at you dead in your eyes, Vashnar, and he says, I'll never tell you anything. But you will know this. You will learn to fear Eter Vigila. And then, when he says that, he has a tattoo of a snake on his neck that comes off of his body, and it bites him straight in the face, and he immediately starts to foam at the mouth and dies right in front of you.
What? Okay. Okay, that's nice. I'm just standing there dumbfounded. I don't know what to do.
Hey, man, welcome to Atria. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, good turn. All right, we'll go to Red Hand. You've seen this whole
correction.
grisly scene unfold before you. This weird, strange bird-like creature just offed himself rather than give up any information, screaming about Eter Vigila. What do you do? The staff is currently in front of you. It just went off.
Right.
It's
so
still
I will
smoking.
carefully pick up the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And is that snake on the tattoo snake that's still attached to his body, right? It's not something that came loose and is now.
It's ethereal, yeah. So it was like a magical tattoo. It basically came off, did a thing, and then as his body is starting to wither, you can see he's starting to dissipate, almost like flecks.
These guys are creepy.
Yeah, flecks of like dark snow kind of dissipating into the wind as he's perishing and disappearing before you. There's no body in a couple of seconds. There's just a outline of where somebody was in the grass.
Okay.
Same thing with the other creatures around you. Yeah.
Is there any gear to search through, or is everything gone?
Only the staff, but you can see the staff looks like it's starting on its way out too. It's going from solid and it's starting to slowly dissipate.
All right. Well, I will carefully set that back down then.
Now, as you notice, is you're grabbing the staff, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you grab the staff, your tattoos on your body start to burn. And you start to feel a sensation of heat as you are gripping this staff. And you can almost feel as if your tattoos are fighting against whatever is going inside of the staff, this conflict between the magic of one thing and your tattoos. And your tattoos are trying to resist them. The longer you hold it, the hotter it's getting. What do you want to do?
I'm definitely going to set that staff down.
Okay. And then as you let go of the staff, it starts to, once again, dissipate like everything else was.
It's wild. Yeah, I guess I want to check on Galileo then and see if there's anything that can be done now that he's petrified, or if we can figure out anything about that situation.
Yep. So you turn to look at him, and I mean, yeah, he looks like a big hunk of stone. It's perfect detail, but he is 100% made of stone now. And he weighs probably double what he did before, which is quite a bit for a dwarf.
Right. Wow. All right. Well, I will turn to Vashnar and just ask like which way are we going then? Like
Yep.
are you going somewhere or?
And Vashnar, you would know that the
Yeah.
sign in front of you basically is pointing that you want to go more northern to go to the Green Wall Village or
Grimmin.
Greenman Village. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, we are heading towards Grimmin village, but I can't see our turtle friend. Where is Felix?
Yeah, and you would hear them calling out to you, Felix. So it's not like you guys are close enough in proximity. There's not a lot of wind or anything here.
Right.
The rain is starting to pick up though, for sure. Let me double check. Let me roll for weather. Oh, eggs. Lightning storm, folks. You see on the horizon behind you, there is definitely clouds of brewing and lightning is striking. No rain yet, though, but the sky is blackening.
Right. And that's coming in
As
from the sea.
usual.
Yeah, the sea would be where you guys are right now to your west. So,
Okay.
cardinal direction, the ocean is this way. And the
Gotcha.
just for your clarity, just to help you out, they essentially had come from the southern roadish area, which is
Okay.
Mord's home. And the sign would also say, you know, Mord's casa. Pointing that way.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you all ready to start heading back towards town?
Yeah, the village.
Okay, so what are your marching orders here as you have a stone friend of yours?
Yeah, I think. Are we carrying him, or we need to hide him here somewhere?
These are good
We'll
questions.
need Felix will, I suppose, hearing that something has gone on, not to plan, will just turn around and leave the tattoo then. Just start heading back. Out in. Need to hide the suits. What's happened to what? Why is he stone?
I'll point to the bird guy and where the body used to be. Say you hit him with some kind of dart that turned this dwarf stone.
Then I'll hold up the arrow tip and go, did it look like this?
I don't think
It
so. It's
was
more
a
like
dart.
it was like a blow dart, like a blow dart.
Can I check to see if I can see the dart?
Yeah, you want to get closer? I mean, you have those like supervision, so technically you can almost go anywhere. So, your sight is excellent.
I'll be all of this will be as I'm walking back anyway.
Oh, where'd you go? You overshot at your distance. You want to go there?
I ran. Yeah. Those aren't used to running. So.
Yeah. No, he's over here. Let me pull you. It's basically you guys are.
There.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
I think we both pulled
Yeah,
at the same time.
it's like
There we
double
go.
distance. Yeah. So yes, you are basically coming up against him. You see Galileo there. Yeah, and I think as you get there, do you want to roll some kind of investigation to see things?
Yeah, I want to see if I can find the dart.
Okay. Give
If
me.
we're going to try and stop this, we
Yeah.
might need some evidence of what it is.
Give me a wisdom check. This is gonna be hard.
Okay.
It's +3, so it's 15 target. Whoa!
Ooh,
Dang.
nat 20.
Well, according to my heart.
He knows everything.
This feels like something I'm good at.
Yeah, this is the time for the magic phrase. Nice. Oh my goodness, nat 20. Well, mark yourself down. You got yourself a nat 20 on that one, and you are now about to discover something about yourself. Let's see what you find out. So, interesting. So I have been going over the 40 different things, and I've sussed them down to what I think would work for you. So you have just looked at something that is definitely not something most people would know about. So that is probably going to put you... I don't want to say what it is yet because I don't think anybody has this one yet. But this might be what you are. I'm not sure though. Give me a second. Because there's two really good choices for you here. And I'm going to lean towards... Damn, that's gonna be good for you though. It's really good. Do you have anything in Wayfinder yet? You do, right?
Yeah, keen-eyed.
Keen-eyed. Interesting. Not quite that one. No, I think you have this other one instead. I think what you have is called Atrian Civics.
Okay.
That is information about Atria and recollection. Things that most people would not know. But somehow you have recalled a detail about this thing that your fellow allies would not know this stuff, usually. Right? It's baffling to them, but you look at it and you go, yup, the math checks out. You totally are discerning this thing. So, let me see if I can give you a better clue. Interesting. That's a hell of a nat 20 to roll. That one, jeez. Of course, in the back of my head, I was like, he's not going to roll that 20. He won't. That's awesome. All right, let's see. So, God, Atrian Physics for that one. Huh. Yeah. I think that's the one to go for sure. Yeah, so Atrian Civic. So this is a class of Elderborn, and you would know that. So now you've uncovered a little bit about the idea of what Elderborn. They're a thing, but what does that mean? But yeah, this gives you a flawless recollection of Atrian formalities and protocols, and you would know that this thing is a weapon that was essentially issued to Elderborn. And you just know that Elderborn and this weapon are connected in some way, shape, or form. But what does that mean?
Okay.
We don't know. But what this allows you to do is this allows you to combine int and charisma whenever you are negotiating to try to find information or influencing people or a position of high status. So it's like you're basically gleaning things that you know about the world. You're on a path now to opening up knowledge and understanding how this place works. Something that nobody else has at this point. That's a wild one to get, dude.
Cool.
Oof. Cool.
Just start boosting int and charisma then.
Yeah, I did not think that. That's just it goes to show, man. It's how the dice are. Love it. Okay, so you get some information with that. You have a little bit of idea, and I think you also can recall that, you know, this, like I said, that Elderborn thing is the key there. So make sure you definitely recall that information or hold on to it. Okay, so did everybody get a turn, or did I skip anybody? I think that's it, right? We did. Felix was last to go, correct?
I mean, we are not really doing turns right now.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
just went.
yeah. But did anybody get skipped in this new round? I think we have everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So then, with that, we will continue onto the road. Unless you guys. Oh well, let's suss out. I guess. What are you guys gonna do with Galileo? You have a cart with two horses, and you have a hard suit that's currently parked. 3 hard suits that are parked in the woods. So what do you folks want to do before you head out?
Can we put Galileo in the stasis?
You want to put him into stasis?
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, we got to roll to see how that works. I mean, the stasis, we have to roll. This would be the binary, but you get one of these a game. So you want to roll your yes, no, now?
I mean, I'm hoping that the stasis should have some healing properties. I don't know how it's magic and science, but it should have something.
Okay. So I'm gonna warn you guys again. We get 1 yes or no per session. So do you all agree that you want to ask the dice if putting somebody into the pod will cure them of whatever he has?
I wasn't necessarily thinking do it to cure that. I was just thinking we just do it to. If it kind of stops us, it either stops the spread or it doesn't, but it shouldn't make it worse.
Yeah, well, he's 100%. It's done. The effect is over. It's not like it's just he's in this state until something gets him out of the state.
Okay.
As far as you
Right
know.
now, we don't have any clue how to do that. Do we want to take him and put him with the hard suits that are hidden?
That's a good idea.
Can we try and look for somewhere where we can either A, that's a bit hidden, but B, that we can cover up, so doesn't.
Yeah.
Can I say that I also want stasis? That I want to hide the stasis as well.
You
It
wanna
might come useful.
hide
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
station?
don't. Yeah, I want the pod as well. I don't want the pod to fall into like pod creature. I don't want to lose it basically.
Why don't we just put Galileo on the wagon, take the wagon and everything in it.
Yeah, and hide
Take it
it.
into
Hide it.
town? Do we want to take it into town, or do we want to hide it?
Yeah.
We were told that hard suits and other technology are illegal.
So taking this
So-
stasis pod into town would be dangerous.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
because-
hiding it would be a better idea. Let's just hide the Galileo, the cart, the pod, everything.
Sounds good to me.
Is that the marching order? Sorry. So you're putting Galileo inside of this thing, correct? So you're switching out, right? Red hand's out, Galileo's on top.
Yeah.
Now, how are you
Yeah.
pulling this thing that is currently stuck in mud?
Galileo broke the wheel.
He broke the wheel.
Right.
remember?
Yeah.
We broke the
He
wheel.
broke all 10 of the spokes.
We would have a perfect cart if Galileo hadn't broken it.
Well, by breaking is how he was
Sloppy.
fixing, remember?
Is it like one long fixed axle?
I don't know. I mean, when he was doing this, he just stuck a stick in there and just sort of destroyed the whole thing.
Yeah, he
So there's
he
right
messed
now.
up the wheel.
Yeah, he never went and he never went to fix it. He tried to use that as a way to convince the guy that he would.
Yeah.
This is how you fix a
If
thing
it's-
by breaking it.
It's a two-wheeled car. We're in trouble. If it's a
No, it's
four-wheeled
four.
car,
It's a four-wheel, so you got 3 right now. Yeah, there's 3.
could we?
So
Well, let's see which
Yeah.
one it is. I mean, I'll roll
it
D4,
should
yeah?
Still work.
So we'll go 1, 2 will be left, right, front, 3, 4, back, left, right. Got it? Let's see.
okay.
So the back right wheel is what he was working on.
Okay, here's
I
what I'm
I know how we can move it.
Okay, go for
Yeah.
it.
What I was gonna say is my hard suit can push things. My hard suit specializes in pushing things without draining its power.
All right.
So you're gonna have a hard
Yeah.
suit leading the cart. You're gonna take dead horses off, and then you're gonna have the hard suit carry this thing.
Are the horses dead?
But
Oh yeah. Yep, the horse.
it will take power. So it will take power though if you use hard suit. So what I was thinking.
His hard suit pushes
Like-
things without using power, though.
Well, all hard suits
Oh,
can do.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have like a low
My
power
legs.
mode on hard suits, which is just general walking. But this would be a strenuous thing of actually using the suit to push a thing. So unless your suit specifically says it does not use that power, then you would. But I'm pretty sure somebody
Yeah.
has a thing that doesn't.
It
it
does.
back.
It says push treads do not use power
Yeah,
to push things.
Exactly.
With the suit.
Yeah. So with the treads, you just kind of ram up to it and move it. So you could move it and get it out of the way and park it somewhere if that's what you're trying to do. Want to hide it,
All right.
in the bush?
Here we
Should
go.
find
I'll
somewhere
get the
to hide?
horses. I'll get the horses cut free from the cart. If Felix wants to grab the hard suit, and Vashnar can work on getting the Torton into the cart, and we'll work from there. Does that sound good?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So we can either, why don't we just do one more last roll in the scene and then we'll move out because I think that's what's happening. So somebody wants to push, right? So the hard suit's coming in. Which hard suit is being used? You have
Felix's.
Felix's hard suit. All right, so I'm gonna grab that. So Felix's hard suit comes up. Phew. So you have to get inside of it. So of course you run down, you jump inside. Beep, you're inside, right? Yes. So you're now controlling your hard suit, and you want to move this thing. In what direction? Where are you guys trying to park it? You can see around you.
Just
There's a
where-
clearing up here. You've got there's a bit of a water little pond here. So it's kind of deep. I mean, you would say
Okay,
if the suit went into it, it
this-
probably would stop up at the suit's neck if it had a neck, the top. Otherwise, you've got the ledge behind you, which is where you had eviscerated that poor shadow lady, Jennifer's sister. And then you've got some kind of hidden areas, but not as well. But that storm is coming.
I think
and I'm gonna roll that D4
these
timer.
bushes.
That storm will be here in 4 rounds, and it
So
looks
wherever
looks nasty.
we try and work out where it'd be easiest to push it into a clearing and then throw stuff on top of it to hide it.
You could. I mean, this tree in
I
front
feel
of
like
you looks
this-
pretty dead. This one's all rotted out.
Yeah. So should we push it into a clearing and then push, like maybe try and foliage in a tree over the top to block it out?
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Where and there is
Yeah.
thing.
I feel like this clearing looks pretty good. If we push the cart
Yeah.
up into that clearing and then try to throw some branches on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember how it works is when you are getting inside of your suit, it's one entire turn to get into a suit and out of a suit, unless you decide to spend a hero coin, which makes it instant. So do you want? You're going to spend a turn. You're in it, so that's one turn. What are the rest of you doing then? You're going to help just push to make it faster? Because we're going to assume that at low power, it's basically like just, you know, a kid's Power Wheel vehicle just kind of moving with this little battery, right? It's not, I can't imagine it having a ton of energy.
Right. Yeah, I was going to get the horses disconnected and out of the way to make that a little easier.
Yes. How would you like to remove the horses from the cart? Right now, they are currently sashed on there. They're tied in, and there's a little, I don't know horse language. It's got a horse cage thing, ropes, horses.
Right. I'm
So
going
how did you want to?
try to find the pin that holds the harness to the cart itself
Uh-huh.
and yank that pin if there is
Alright.
one.
It's there. It's rusted. What do you want to do? How do you want to get it out?
I'm just going to try to yank it.
Strength or dex?
Strength.
Roll me strength. Ooh.
Nope.
You do have grit. Grit would put. I'll give this to you because it's a pin. I'll say it would be easy. So instead of a 12, this should be what, an 8?
9.
No, 9. Sorry. So if you want, you could actually roll your grit, but you would need either the 5 or the 6.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
grit
hold
on
off.
this.
I'll spend my next turn on it.
Okay.
I will help. I will help Red Hand. So I will do the same thing using my strength.
So with your strength, because of these giant gnarled hands and stuff, I think it'll be definitely easy for you as well. So he's loosened the pickle jar, as it were. Yep.
There we go.
Nailed it. Yep. So with that, you guys are able to take this, you know, really stubborn bolt comes loose, and these creatures you can see, they are rotting away, but not like the other ones, the other characters before you. They also look pretty grotesque. It's I mean, do you guys even know about horses? I don't know, but these are creatures that they look like mutated versions of animals, kind of all spliced together. So around their hooves, they have what look like talons. The top of the hoof area has scales. The skin itself is patches of sort of rough and soft flesh. They have the weeping pores like the other creatures did as well. And you can hear that there is something kind of writhing underneath the flesh. So you're moving these things. Where do you want to put them?
Just drag them off the road a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of out of the front of the cart.
That's fine. All right, so we'll just assume somewhere over here. Okay.
Yeah.
And the stench is unbearable once again. Yeah, you guys smell that. Okay. So that was Vashnar, Galileo, and Felix. It's back to the top. So that was the entire first round. This is the second round. You're going to move this thing. Okay. So we're going to say pushing it probably gets you not far. It'll get you halfway there, essentially, with one round. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you'll be able to move the cart. Let me see if I can grab this thing. I think I locked it. There goes cart. Boop, doop, doop. Yep, so cart gets around here. I think it's this way. Yep. So cart's there. You're currently pushing it with your little Power Wheels motor. Galileo's on top of this thing, right? Vashnar, you're side of it, I guess. All right.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. And then Red Hand, are you pushing it too? If you guys all push, this will just get there faster, I think. I think with the combined
I'll help
strength of
push.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
We
do
just
this.
need to keep the weight on the front end so that back wheel doesn't get caught.
Yeah. So let's say that. Yeah, it's a good idea. So we'll do. If you guys can roll, both of you right now can beat a 12, then you'll get there right now, and you'll save the rest of this round, rather than using an entire turn. So let's roll for Vashnar and Red Hand. Ooh, not 19 and a 7.
Oh.
So nothing for Red Hand, but Vashnar. Vashnar, because you're using that strength of yours, that sweet, sweet strength, give yourself an additional +1 strength for this session.
Oh my god. This guy.
You got a beefy boy.
Yeah.
So nobody else got one right so far. So Vashnar, you got the +1 strength. I think Red Hand, what did you get so far?
I got a +1 strength.
Okay. And then we gave
He stomped the
Felix.
wrist.
Yeah. And Felix got one of his abilities, right?
Yeah.
The Atrian Civics. Okay. Cool. Alright, dope. So, yep. So with that, I think that's it's close enough. You guys are basically almost there at this point. Just trying to give you another reason for this. And yep. So sorry, she'll try to remember how to rotate this damn thing. There it goes. So yeah, currently Galileo, Wagon, all these things are parked in a bush somewhere. And you guys kind of spend the next turn, we'll say, what, round 3?
Yep.
Just kind of working this thing and finding some trees and branches. What do you want to cover it with?
Well, I'll open the hardsuit thing and say you're going to need to move Galileo and Voshnar's hardsuits here as well. But I'll start covering everything.
Yeah, and I'm
You
glad
guys
you said.
want to go and drive the hardsuits, then I'll start covering everything.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said you opened the hard suit, because if you wouldn't have, all you all would have heard is just a muffled. But when he opens it, you hear it, because the suit is not. It does not have a kind of speaker. It doesn't have any way of external communication. It's not a robot. It's not a mech.
I will say, but wait, is it a good idea to put all our hard suits at one place?
Well, I'd like wherever I'll start hiding this, but just make sure that those other 2 hardsuits are well hidden.
I thought that we had already hidden those.
Yeah, they're
then.
pretty hidden. I would say that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
y'all hit
Oh,
him
okay.
last turn. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you've
if we
got.
want to go ahead and keep Felix's hard suit hidden with the cart, and then they're all 3 in different locations.
Yeah.
And I'll
And the storm is brewing, so I say that we'll move.
Right.
It's
the other
coming.
thing is, I think at the end of the last session, you said there was a locker in the car. Can we see that?
Right, that's my locker.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a locker in there, but when you go to look at it, you can see that the contents are empty. Somebody has gotten to this locker first.
Interesting.
Yep. So it looks like somebody was able to rip this thing apart or something, because the hinges are broken. And you can see, but when you open it, though, I will give you this. There is something inside of it. And what you see is on the inside of the locker, there's another tag. And that tag reveals part of your name. And the first name, so you see the Red Hand, right? And that's sort of the nickname that's in quotes. And then underneath of it, it says Umatalin, which is Umaetalin. And then the last name is Skongrelda. And this is hard suit, so these were rolled for randomly.
All right, what was the
I'm
first
not
name
gonna-
again?
It's Umatalin, like Umaetalin. And I went with Google Speech to tell me how to say that.
I'm glad that we have a nickname.
Me too. There you go. So you can either keep calling Red Hand, or you can go by your first name. And that's where you are.
All right.
And then number 3 is
Sweet.
your big reveal thing for you. And
All right.
actually, when number 3 was revealed, did anybody else want to say something about number 3s?
Well, that was the same as Galileo's.
Yeah.
Gallo's not here, yeah, so I'd like you to kind of tell him that, I think.
So I'll say to Red Hand, like, your number is the same as his. I don't know if it's like a dwarf thing. I don't know if you know him. Oh, I don't know if you're married. I don't know. Just you should know. As much information as I've got, I'll give to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just everything is so new and different.
Yeah, same
We'll
for
have
us.
to try to figure it out as we go, I guess.
And I'll
Yeah,
also
that's the plan.
I'll also say I shot someone down there, and they had the same mark as that it that crawled out of the crab. So that logo probably means something. Do I know now? I have Atrian Civics. Do I recollect to know if that's something that I recognize now?
No, that symbol is bizarre. That's not something you've seen before. You don't know anything about it. But the idea of the weapons being used in this way, that whatever this is familiar, but that's not how they were used last you had seen. This is different. So you don't know if this is a new development. This has always been the way it was, and you just never found it. But I guess no, you would know that it's never been used this way for sure. That is a weird way to use that particular piece of obsidian.
Okay.
I will just say that something's afoot here. We need to be careful. And let's move before storm catches us.
Yes.
The
So-
last thing I'd like to do, do I know if there's any sort of symbol or warning sign in Atrian? It's essentially like either biohazard or keep away or danger.
What with a symbol? You're trying to like cross-reference it with something?
Yeah. So like if I kind of got a flash of I kind of recognize protocols and stuff. Do I recollect anything that would essentially be like a warning, like a non-suspicious like if I wrote "stay away," everyone's going in. But if I write something like danger or leak or biohazard.
Yeah. Well, this isn't that. This is whatever this is. This is weird. This is not a language that you've seen before. This is a unique symbol unto itself.
No, I just meant if I know a language like that, I want to scrape it in the. I'd want to scrape it into the tree.
Yeah.
Keep everyone away from the area.
I see. You want to carve that symbol into a tree?
Into the big dead tree at the crossroads, just so everyone walks past quick and doesn't stick around.
Sure. Go for it.
Oh,
So do I need to roll intelligence to see if I know a symbol like that? Or
Yes, but this is gonna be hard for sure. 15.
flat roll, 75% chance.
You don't know anything
6.
about it, but you can still carve it in there if you
fine.
want.
I'll just. I suppose I could carve the word warning, but no, I'll leave it.
Okay.
If I can't think of anything, then I'll not do it.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to our last. We have one more round before that storm comes in, and you guys want to head out now?
yeah, head out.